Today in group theory we will study finite group, order of a group and composition table. First of all, what are finite groups and infinite groups? If a group contains finite number of elements, then it is called a finite group. If a group contains infinite number of elements, then it is called infinite group. Now the order of a group. The number of elements of a group is called its order. For example, in the group of integers under addition, it has infinite order because the number of elements in a group of integers under addition are infinite. The smallest group for a given composition is the set E. It contains only the identity element. Now the composition table. A binary operation in a finite set can be described by means of a table. This table is called a composition table or Cayley table. It helps us to verify most of the properties satisfied by the binary operation. Today we will use composition table to verify whether the given set is a group or not. If it is a group, is it abelian or non-abelian? Also, we will find the order of a group in this example. So first we will consider the set of cube root of unity and we will find whether it is a group or not. After this we will find if it is abelian or non-abelian. We have taken this group under multiplication. So the cube root of unity is 1 omega and omega square. Let's denote it by G. Here omega cube is equal to 1. Now we will construct a composition table. To construct a composition table, in the top border row, we will write 1 omega and omega square. And in the left border row, we will write 1 omega and omega square. In the extreme left corner, we will write multiplication. To write the elements of first row, we will multiply the elements of top border row by 1, which is the element in the left border row in the first row. So 1 into 1 is 1, 1 into omega is omega, 1 into omega square is omega square. To write the elements in the second row, we will multiply the top border row by the element of left border row, which is omega. So omega into 1 is omega, omega into omega is omega square, omega into omega square is omega cube. Omega cube is equal to 1, so I have written 1 here. Omega square into 1 is omega square, omega square into omega is omega cube is 1, so I have written 1 here. Omega square into omega square is omega raised to power 4. Omega raised to power 4 is equal to omega cube into omega. Omega cube is 1, so we are left only with omega. So to write the elements of third row, I have multiplied the top row by omega square. So after constructing a table, we observe this table, how it looks like. First of all, we observe that all the elements of this table are the elements of given set G. Secondly, we see that third row, elements of third row are omega square, 1 and omega. These are not identical with the elements of top border row. Secondly, elements of second row are omega, omega square, 1. These are also not identical with top border row. But elements of first border row and top border row are identical, which are 1, omega and omega square. Also, we will see that this composition is symmetrical about the main diagonal or not. Elements in the main diagonal are 1, omega square and omega. Element on the right in the first row are omega and omega square. Element below 1 in first column are omega and omega square. So these are same. Second diagonal element is omega square. Element on its right is 1. Below it also 1. So both are same. So this symmetrical table, this composition table is symmetrical about the main diagonal. So now we come to the properties of a group. Since each element in the table belong to the set G, so G is closed under multiplication. The elements of G are complex numbers. So satisfy associativity with respect to multiplication, as multiplication of complex number is always associative. Hence, associative axiom is also satisfied. For the existence of identity, first of all we see that which two rows are identical. We have seen first row and top border row are identical. An element on the extreme left of first row in the left border row is 1. So 1 is the identity element of the set. So after locating this identity element, locate the identity element in every row. In first row, the identity element is in the first column. In second row, the identity element is in the third column. In last row, the identity element is in the second column. I have marked these identity elements by red color in each row. In your notebooks, you may encircle these identity elements. These will help us to find the inverse of each element of G. So here in the first row, element above 1 is 1. Element on the left of 1 in the left border row is 1. So it means inverse of 1 is 1. In second row, element above 1 in top border row is omega square. Element on the left border row of 1 is omega. It means inverse of omega is omega square. Element 1 in the second column and third row is 1, and element above 1 in second column is omega in the top border row and omega square in the left border row. Therefore, inverse of omega square is omega. So we have calculated inverse of 1 is 1, inverse of omega is omega square, and inverse of omega square is omega. Since the composition table is symmetrical about the main diagonal, therefore multiplication is commutative in G. The number of elements in a group are 3, which are 1, omega and omega square. Therefore, order of a group is 3. So, we have proved that a set of cube root of unity G is an abelian finite group with respect to multiplication of order 3. Now, we will discuss one more example so that you clearly understand how to construct a composition table. So, in this example, we consider a set 1, minus 1, iota and minus iota, and try to find out whether it is a group or not. If it is a group, is it abelian or not? Let's denote this group by G. So G is equal to 1, minus 1, iota and minus iota. Here iota square is always equal to 1. So now let us construct a composition table. In top border row, we will write 1, minus 1, iota and minus iota. In the left border row, we will write 1, minus 1, iota and minus iota. To construct a first row, we will multiply the elements of top border row by element in the left border row, which is in the first row. So 1 into 1 is 1, 1 into minus 1 is minus 1, 1 into iota is iota, 1 into minus iota is minus iota. To write the elements of second row, we will multiply the elements of top border row by element in the left border row and second row. second left border row. So minus 1 into 1 is minus 1, minus 1 into minus 1 is 1, minus 1 into iota is minus iota, minus 1 into minus iota is iota. Next, to write the elements of third row, we will multiply top border row by element in the left border row, which is iota into 1 is iota, iota into minus 1 is minus iota, iota into iota is iota square, which is minus 1, iota into minus iota is minus iota square, and minus iota square is equal to 1. To write the element in the last row, we will multiply top border row by element in the left border row, which is minus iota. Minus iota into 1 is minus iota. Minus iota into minus 1 is iota. Minus iota into iota is minus iota square, which is 1. Minus iota into minus iota is iota square, which is 1. Now we come to the properties of group. Since each element in the table belong to the set G, so G is closed under multiplication. We have seen that all the elements of this composition table are the elements of G. The elements of G are complex numbers, so satisfy associativity with respect to multiplication, as multiplication of complex numbers is always associative. To find the identity, we will see which rows are identical. See, the elements in the last row are minus iota, iota, 1 and minus 1. This is not identical with the top border row. Third row is also not identical with the top border row. Second row is also not identical with the top border row. Elements in the first row are 1, minus 1, iota, minus iota. So this row is identical with the first top border row. So element on the extreme left of this row, which is identical with the top border row, is 1. So 1 is the identity element of the group. So I have mentioned, since first row of the table is identical with the top border row, the element 1 on the extreme left of this row is the identity element of G. So after locating the identity element, we mark the element in each row. In first row, the identity element 1 is in the first column. In second row, it is in the second column. In third row, it is in the last column. In the fourth row, it is in the third column. I have marked these identity elements by 1. So to find the inverse of 1, we will see that the element above 1 in the top border row is 1 and in the left border row is 1. So inverse of 1 is 1. In second row, the identity element is in the second column and element above 1 in the top border row is minus 1 and element in the left border row is minus 1. So inverse of minus 1 is minus 1. In the third row, identity element is in the fourth column. Element above 1 in the top border row is minus iota and in the left border row is iota. So inverse of iota is minus iota. Element in the third column is and last row is 1. Element above 1 in the top border row is iota. Element in the left border row is minus iota. So inverse of minus iota is iota. So I have written inverse of 1 is 1, inverse of minus 1 is minus 1, inverse of iota is minus iota, and the inverse of minus iota is iota. Since the composition table is symmetrical about the main diagonal, multiplication is commutative in G. So let's see. Here the diagonal elements are 1, 1, minus 1 and minus 1. Element on its left in the first row are minus 1, iota and minus iota, and below 1 are minus 1, iota and minus iota. Second diagonal element is 1. Element on its sides are minus iota and iota in second row, and below 1 are minus iota and iota in second column. Third diagonal element is minus 1. Element on its right is 1. Element below it is 1. And so this table is symmetrical about the main diagonal. Hence, the commutativity axiom is satisfied. The number of elements in a given group are 4, so therefore order of group is 4. Hence the set G is an abelian finite group with respect to multiplication of order G. The element, remember one thing to construct a table, that the elements of the set should be written in the same order both in top border row and left border row of the table while preparing a composition table. So some historical facts. Cayley table were first presented in a paper on the theory of group as depending on symbolic equation V raised to power n equal to 1 of a British mathematician Arthur Cayley in 1854. In that paper, they were referred to simply as tables and were merely illustrative. Later, these came to be known as Cayley table in honor of their creator. Thank you.